like to wish Dr. Swati Singhal also for coordinating this event. Thank you, Dr. Swati Singhal. At the same time, Dr. Sweta Kumari, most welcome for this program, for coordinating this program for us.
Thank you.
I think we should wait for 5 minutes.
Yes, ma'am. I will request to wait because only 40 participants are there. More participants are likely to join. So we can wait a while, and after 2 minutes, we can start the program.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Mount Litera G School, Saraikela.
Yes. Yeah.
It's Mount Litera G School, Saraikela, Kharswa district. Shall we begin, Dr. Swati? Dr. Swati, shall we begin? It's already 53:07. People are continuously joining. I hope that they will be joining soon.
Please unmute. Swati madam.
Yeah. Meet team, now we are starting the program.
Okay, can we play the President madam video?
No, I will tell you. Yeah. Good afternoon, teachers and students of Mount Litera G School, Jamshedpur. I welcome you all for Dheera School Certification Program. I want to thank Mrs. Kavita Agrawal, Principal Mount Litera G School, for her kind support and cooperation for this wonderful session. I want to thank entire Foxy team for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this prestigious program. This is a campaign started by Dr. Shanta Kumari, President Foxy, that is Federation of Gynecological Society of India. Today, our national coordinator, Dr. Ajay Bhardwaj sir, and three of us, Dr. Sweta, Dr. Asak, and myself, will tell you about this program. Meety team, kindly start the video of Dr. Santa Kumari. Meety team.
Dear friends, Foxians, and the women of my country, I am Dr. Shanta Kumari, President of the Federation of Obstetrics and Gynecological Societies of India. As a doctor and a woman myself, I have observed very closely how prevalent violence against women is across the strata of our society and the enormous impact it has on the health of our women. My theme for the year as the President Foxy is Foxy for all always, and Dheera, stop violence against women.
Dr. Shanta Kumari, who has relentlessly campaigned for the issues of girl child. I was happy to be the ambassador of Foxy Figure Ox in 2013, and I hope that me being an ambassador has motivated a lot of girls and many families.
Violence against women is a serious human rights violation, leading to injury and sometimes even death. Unfortunately, 1 in 3 women experience some sort of physical and sexual violence during their lifetime. Violence in pregnancy is also widely prevalent, leading to unwanted pregnancies, unsafe abortions, neglected pregnancies with no antenatal care, all these contributing to maternal morbidity and near miss. As obstetricians and gynecologists, we have a great opportunity to assess and support women who experience violence. Because of the unique opportunity where we get to see them during the pregnancy, during the family planning visits, during their annual checkups, and multiple other times when they come to us. I strongly believe that by eliminating the violence against women, we are not only reaching the SDG goals, but also creates a just and equal society for our women. Until we make men and boys active partners, we can never end the violence against women. In an endeavor to sensitize our own fraternity, my initiative of Dheera was started to eliminate violence against women.
I completely support her vision and mission as President Foxy, and also especially support her campaign, Dheera, Stop Violence Against Women.
It was in 2016 at the launch of Dheera. We brought together the police, the obstetrician gynecologists, the National Commission for Women, the women and men on one single platform to wear orange and say no to violence against women. We organized the public forum and cyclothon to launch Dheera. In 2017 at the Foxy Figo Congress, we partnered with men and organized the bikeathon and the flash mob. The high point of Dheera was at the International Figo Congress at Rio, Brazil in 2018. The declaration on no to violence against women was signed with Figo and WHO. It was here global societies pledged their support to end this violence against women. The Dheera campaign and march at the World Congress of Figo in Rio in 2018 got wide international publicity. No change is possible unless the young minds adopt it and make it a part of their life. Young minds are open and creative. They accept change. Foxy has always worked with adolescents for their health and well-being. Dheera this year adds a new page. I'm happy to share with you all that we are launching the Dheera online school certification course across the length and breadth of our country in all the schools. Foxy for all always.
Thank you.
Dheera.
So we are coming here today to tell you, to sensitize you that it is not okay to accept any type of violence either against female or male. So let's begin the session with first presentation. Now I'm sharing my slide. Can you see my slides?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So, what is violence against women? How does Dheera play into it? Dheera, an initiative by Dr. Santa Kumari, President Foxy. Today we are going to discuss about what is Dheera, what is violence against women, what are the types of violence, how we manage it, regarding introduction, role of bystander, bridging the gender gap, and peer pressure. I thought you all have already do the registration and pre-test. At the end of session, you have to do post-test and give us feedback. Certificate will be awarded to participants on course attendance and submission of registration, pre-test, post-test and feedback. So, what is धीरा? हम बार-बार बोल रहे हैं धीरा, धीरा. आखिर ये धीरा है क्या? Dheera means courageous, niddar, sahasi. You all know the power of being together means a lot. When we are joined together, our strength becomes more and more. Then let's hashtag Dheera together. For say, not all men practice violence against women, but all women live with the threat of male violence every single day, all over the earth. It is true. So, violence against women is a global human right violation. It leads to short-term and long-term physical, economical, and psychological consequences. It prevents women for their full and equal participation in society, and its impact on society is immeasurable. You all know for last 3 years, due to COVID pandemic, there is alarming rise in domestic violence. Why? Because of heightened isolation, reduced mobility, stress, and even economic uncertainty. Children, are you aware of or have you seen any women being beaten, threatened, scolded at home, school, neighborhood? Do you think this is right? What is such behavior called? Is there any word to describe it? Please put in chat box. It's called violence against women. Violence against women is the most shameful human right violation. It is most widespread. It knows no boundaries of geography, culture, and wealth. As it continues, there is no real progress toward development, peace, and equality. What is exactly vow? Forcing a woman to live in fear, mental, sexual, physical. So where is the root? There are 5 elements: patriarchal society, gender stereotyping, sexism, gender bias, toxic masculinity. Are you aware of any of these terms? Please write in chat box. What is gender bias? That is preference for male in the society. Girls are considered burden, feticide, infanticide, neglected female health issues are gender bias. What is patriarchal society? A system of society or government in which the main power is held by the man and women are largely excluded from it. Even at home, decision makers are male. This leads to lots of problem in the family. What are the gender stereotyping? अरे लड़का है तो उसे कॉम्पिटिटिव होना है, लॉजिकल होना है, स्ट्रेटेजिक होना है, एग्रेसिव होना है, इंडिपेंडेंट होना है so that he can settle early, he can marry early. गर्ल्स है तो इसे घर का ही काम करना है. She should be faithful, emotional, tolerant, sympathetic, dependent. Do you think it is right? Give your opinion.
No, ma'am.
Yeah. Sexism. It is a prejudice, stereotyping discrimination, typically against a particular gender. every day we are seeing examples like if a woman is driving a car and if she have problem in reverse, then anybody can think, oh, she's girl, that's why she's driving like this. Is it so? Is it true? Can you see another examples of sexism? Please write. What is toxic masculinity? I'm a man, I'm strong, I don't cry, I can control, I'm the savior. This may lead sometimes severe family issues. Why we doctor want to talk about violence against women? Because we lady doctor are the first point of contact who can recognize the change in lifestyle of a lady. Most of the health problem of women are rooted in violence. Even serious health problems of pregnancy are rooted in violence. So we have to do something for that. These are the issues. That's why Dheera come into play. Dheera is a campaign started by our President Foxy, Dr. Santa Kumari, to stop violence against women. And we are very proud to say that it is an all India initiative. And our target is to sensitize, orient, and train more than 36,000 obstetricians and gynecologists, more than 5 lakh boys and girls of 9 to 12 standard, and more than 15,000 teachers, so that we can bring some change in society. Even 1% change means a lot. These are some pictures of program conducted by President Madam. Teach your son to respect women. He's waiting, he's watching, he will listening. So courageous together. Say no to violence against women. Hashtag Dheera together. Let's tweet together. Building a voice. Our target is more than 1 lakh tweets. So add your courageous voice to the conversation. Again, it is very important to do registration, pre-test, post-test, and feedback so that certificate will be awarded to participants by UNICEF. So thank you all. Now I'm moving to second presentation, that is what are the types of war. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. It is types of war.
Yeah.
It is already shown types of war.
Okay, okay. So what are the types of war? The three types of war: physical violence in form of acid attack, honor killing, femicide, sexual violence, psychological violence, that is violence on mind, financial manipulation, emotional abuse, bullying, stalking, eve teasing, criminal intimidation. And combination of these are seen in domestic violence. So again, as I mentioned earlier, you have to do registration, pre-test, post-test, feedback, and course attendance for certificate. So what is physical violence? You all must have seen that movie Chhapak, which is a biopic of a brave girl, Miss Lakshmi Agrawal. Lakshmi was attacked in 2005 at the age of 15 after rejecting the romantic advances of a man who was 32 years old. She is a survivor of acid attack. Acid attack is a very severe form of assault involving throwing a corrosive substance onto another. Sometimes it is used as a form of blackmail. Then what we have to do? If attack is threatened or attempted, report to the trusted adult and police. Make sure to stay away from the person threatening. Always travel with others. Under Section 326B IPC, imprisonment not less than 5 years, but which makes 10 to 7 years and shall also be liable to fine. And if attacked, make sure to get treatment as soon as possible. Report that attack to adult. किसको करोगे? Either to parents, teachers, police, or anyone you trust. And always make sure you stay away from the perpetrator of the crime. Honor killing. Honor killing, murder of an individual, either an outsider or a member of family. It is basically used to protect reputation of the family, as it is believed that victim brought disrepute to the family. You must have seen various movies regarding this. Femicide is a gender-based crime. Sorry. Yeah. It arises when society prefers male over female. It can take the forms of women-based hate crime. Infanticide, that is killing of a newborn female child. Feticide, अरे बच्चे को पेट में ही मार दो जेंडर के बेस पे. Do you think it is correct? Please put in chat box. Sexual assault is a shameful form of physical abuse, an act in which a man sexually touches a woman or compels her to get naked forcefully and without outward consent, punishable under Section 354 IPC with 1 to 5 years of imprisonment and a fine. It causes long-term mental trauma to the victim. If you see sexual assault, what will you do? You must stop it or call help if you are not able to stop it. Even if your friend is the abuser, must stop it. You all must have heard Nirvaya Act, Nirvaya Kand. After this, Nirvaya Act was formulated in 2013 and Section 375 IPC protect women against any type of rape. Section 354A IPC protects against sexual harassment. POCSO Act 2012 protects minor from sexual abuse. What do you do if you are a survivor? Don't shame yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't take a bath. Don't change your clothes. Write down what happened. Inform police. Report in timely manner so that evidence is not destroyed. Don't be afraid to speak up, as you are not at fault. An abuser is bound to repeat his action with either you or someone else. What, as a society, our duty is to support that survivor. I can see you. I believe you. It is not your fault. You are not alone. We are with you. What are the psychological violence? That is violence on mind. Financial manipulation. Here, the man tries to control over resources, withholding access to money, or forbidding attendance at school or employment. There is an apt example. Raj monitors his wife Ananya's bank account and do not let her buy what she wants. Raj's parents do not let Ananya go to work. Children, do you think it is right? Give your opinion. What can Ananya do? Another form of sexual emotional abuse is undermining a person's sense of self-worth through constant criticism, like name calling, damaging a partner's relationship with children, not letting partners see friends or family, छोटी छोटी बातों में क्रिटिसाइज करना है, अरे आपने क्या पहना है ठीक नहीं है, आप क्या बोलते हो वो ठीक नहीं है, आप जो कर रहे हैं वो ठीक नहीं है, मेरे जिंदगी में जो प्रॉब्लम आ रहे हैं वो आपकी वजह से है. These are some signs of emotional abuse. You must identify these signs. There is an example. Sriya married to Ashok, whose colleague mocked him for earning less. Feeling hurt over his pride, Ashok takes out his frustration by drinking more often. Frequent rage behavior, tantrum by breaking things, yelling, blackmailing Sriya. This constant fault behavior, finding behavior of Ashok makes Sriya mentally ill. What can Sriya do? Give your opinion. Bullying is a continuous harassment, either verbal or physical. It's the most common form of harassment at a school. It can be in the form of cyberbullying or ragging. There is an example. Neil, a senior, asks out Ria, his junior, who rejects him. He feels embarrassed and to bandage his pride, starts up a rumor that Ria is a slut. He starts to harass her every day, calling her fat, ugly, and other such derogatory terms. He throws eggs at her house with his friend, pours water on her homework, and provokes all his friends into teaching her whenever they see her. When you see this taking place, what you do? Do you help Ria? Who do you contact? Please write. Cyberbullying. Children, this is the most common form of bullying nowadays in 20th century. Because of advance of technology, we are misusing it also. This is online form of bullying and abuse when technology is used to write aggressive, embarrassing, or hateful messages about peer in order to intimidate, harass, shame, or control. There are various forms of cyberbullying, excluding someone from the online group, gossiping about her, frapping her image, harassing her, outing, tricking, cyber stalking, fake profiles are made. Do you know females are more likely to victim of cyberbullying? Then what you do? What can you do if you are being cyberbullied? Get in contact with customer service representative if confused. Make sure to collect a screenshot before blocking that person. Approach to cyber investigation cell. Everywhere in every town, there is a cyber investigation cell. You can report to a cyber cell from any city. If unable to report the cyber cell, lodge FIR or reach women-oriented C team. Now, what is stalking? Picha karna. When an individual follows a woman and repeatedly tries to contact her without consent, can occur digitally also. In section 354 IPC, imprisons the culprit for 1 to 3 years and culprit can be liable to fine. There is an example. Sanjay 17 starts to follow around Meera 17 everywhere she goes, learning her everyday routine, taking pictures of her, joining her tuition, etc. His friends start to encourage him like a Bollywood hero. Meera starts to feel uncomfortable. What can she do next? Do you think it is right? Please put your opinion in chat box. Voyeurism, the watching or taking pictures of women without consent and without the knowledge of women. It is a punishable act. After more convictions, abuser can be imprisoned for 3 to 7 years. Eve teasing, obscene actions like unwanted remarks, sexual advances by a man to insult a woman in public area is eve teasing. Section 394 punishes men who speak in an obscene way for at least 3 months. And Section 509 IPC punishes man who acts or uses an object to insult a woman with a hell term of up to 3 years. Criminal intimidation, when someone is threatening to cause death, hurt grievously, or to destroy your property. Section 503 IPC can cause imprisonment up to 2 years or a fine or both. Sexual harassment is a shameful, unwelcome sexual advances, request for sexual favor, sexual remarks, showing pornography without consent, all constitute as sexual harassment, can be reported under Section 354 IPC, which is punishable with up to 3 years of imprisonment. There is an act example. Due to heavy rain, a farmer loses all his crop, and to make ends meet, he takes a loan from village landlord. After a few months, unable to pay his loan, his daughter offers to help settle her father's debt by working for the landlord. Taking advantage of their situation, he started harassing the girl sexually. If you saw this happening, what could you do? Please put your comment. Now we can see, we are seeing combination of these type of violence, both physical and psychological, in domestic level. Domestic violence doesn't have to be between a married couple only. It is between in-laws and that lady also. Any pattern of behavior used to maintain power or control over partner comes under domestic violence. And the main issue are the lady doesn't know that she is being abused. It is hard to believe a trusted partner could be manipulative. Can also be harassment from in-laws also. So examples are using intimidating, using emotional abuse, using isolation, using children as a blackmail, minimizing, denying, or blaming that lady, using economical abuse to control over that lady. And the cycle of abuse continues. Sometimes he says, sorry, I will not do this again. The situation becomes better, and then again situation becomes worse, and the cycle continues. You have to identify the cycle of abuse, stop this. In 2005, Domestic Violence Act covers physical, sexual, verbal, and economical abuse, grant immediate protection, punishes the abuser with imprisonment up to 3 years. So ending violence against women one step at a time. Be courageous together, say no to violence against women, hashtag Dheera together. Our target is 1 lakh tweets, so add your courageous voice to the conversation. Thank you, children. Thank you all. Anybody want to ask any question? Dr. Ajay sir had joined?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, madam. Ajay sir is there.
Sir, good afternoon. Dr. Swati here. Hello? If there is no question, we will move to next session. Dr. Asha Gupta, I welcome you all. I'm not able to see past participants' photograph and anything.
There are total 94 participants.
I'm not able to see them. Yes, someone has raised hand. Yeah. Yeah, Anirudh? Want to ask something?
Hello.
Yeah, I have seen that chat box. No, that is not correct. You would inform police and you will beat Raghu. That is not correct. You must inform police every time. It is not, we are not able to inform police, but we have to inform adult person, and we should not take anything in our hand. We must report to proper authority. Okay. Yeah, Dr. Asa, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think I will request that somebody show my slides.
Meaty team.
I'll share the screen. My screen is visible, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Ajay sir. See, today, dear teacher and students and children, having heard about what is Dheera and what is war and types of war, well explained by Dr. Swati, I, Dr. Asha Gupta from Jamshedpur, is going to tell you about the management strategy of the war. We all have to learn it, how to control it, and it is a very critical situation. I would like to say again that this initiative is taken by Foxy President Dr. Shanta Kumari. Please understand. Next slide, please. Next, please. Please understand that the whole training you need to go through pre-test, post-test, and feedback is important to get your certification. So, the management of war contains 3 tables of contents. That is introduction, have you could spy the topic of the section, the role of the bystander, and the bridging the gender divide. I will be talking about the introduction and role of the bystanders. Next slide, please. Here, now I should tell all the students and teachers that the registration, pre-test and post-test and feedback is very important to get your certificate, as Dr. we have been telling you. Next, please. So what is the factors that contributes to war? Actually, there are 2 main: social discrimination and gender bias. But let us see, there may be many factors which are contributing to it, like taking alcohol, lack of compassion, troubled childhood, drugs, superiority complex, sometimes stress and anger issue. But mainly the gender bias is there and social discrimination is there. Next slide, please. So what is gender bias? Gender bias, I'm I'm in command of the everything. So there is a void mindset. It is a nurtured since childhood. But I will like to ask you people a question. What do you think? Are you born with it or you learn as you grow? So it is a nurtured since childhood, or based on the way a child is brought up, or it is also supernated by stress. Next, please. Next, please. What do you know if someone is being abused? So if you are know that someone is being abused, just don't run away. Don't be afraid. You have to listen to the victim's story. You have to listen to the victim's story. Reassure them to stay brave. Believe their story. Do not blame the victim. Keep eye on the situation to make sure it is not getting too dangerous. Ask about their immediate plan. Report to a higher authority. It can be a teacher, parents, or police. Respect the decision of the victim. Having resources to keep conversation going on. So she should be able to communicate to you. Be careful that any action taken do not harm you or the victim. So this is very important. And I can say it is not only with the girls, it is with the boys also. So that is why we are taking classes for the boys and the girls both. Next slide, please. What you do if you are being abused? In that case, recognize the toxic behavior of the cyber cycle of the abuser. Protect yourself by living from the vicinity of the abuser. You should try to be slowly walk away from the abuser. Avoid escalating situation. So don't argue. You try to better to try to come out of it. Report the incident. Keep evidence of the abuse by recording and photographing. Plan a safety kit in case you have to leave your home in a hurry, like girls can carry some spray or something like that, which will be irritating, and she can use it, avoiding the situation. And let someone you trust know of the abuse. It is better to confide to a friend or to a neighbor or to your doctor or to the police officer. So that is very much required. Next slide, please. Speak out. See, our voices are very strong. Words have a lot of power, as we always say. So don't let the abuser rob you of your voice. If the abuser abusing, it doesn't mean you keep quiet. You have to raise your voice. Claiming your voice back is difficult. I understand that, but yes, but still you have to speak. Believe your words have power. Speak up in the first step to end war. Take a stand because your abuser is afraid of your voice. You know, if you start objecting, then the abuser feels that they just cannot go on somebody bullying or whatever the way they want to do any war like that. So you must speak out. Next slide, please. So this is also very important. Don't let down another generation of victims. So why we have to understand this? We don't want that another generation of victims are there. So give the victim a platform to speak. You should believe in the victim. If the victim is saying, you have to believe. Don't blame the victim. You should not blame the victim. And try to stand up for the justice. Don't let people forget that once someone commits abuse, they are prone to doing it again. See, it had been noticed that if abuser is doing something, if don't stop, then they go on abusing. They go on abusing, they will repeat the process. There are small incidents. I can tell you there was a small difference of opinion between, for example, between the two families because of the car parking. The other person was silent, so the second one, the neighbor used to park the car in front of that house. But once they noticed, then said to remove the car, but that person did not remove it. Then again, they said to remove it, that the person removed it. Then the person who was suffering, he has to raise his voice strongly to stop, so that the person who was irritating him, abusing him, lot of things were going on, ultimately have to stop. So in any case, you have to do that you have to use your voice, speak up. Next, please. See, these are safety using technology, and I will ask the students and the teachers to please take a screenshot of this page, because there are many websites that download, familiarize yourself with safety apps like Smart Women Safety Shield Protection. We do Scream Alarm, Suspect Registry, Be Safe, Abhiya for legal advice. Share or live location with your trust. If you are going alone, please share your live location. Where are you going and how you are moving? Because everyone is nowadays carrying mobile. Take pictures of the taxi driver and license plate. It is a must. In case of emergency, activate location and app. That you understand. And you must all understand, if there is any local numbers, new numbers have come where they can help you, then the teachers should take responsibility to share the numbers with the students also. Next slide, please. See, this is an international distress signal, and I think that you all must know what is a distress signal or how to do it. Please keep your keep your hands up, fold your thumb on the palm, and then start doing like this. Can you see? I cannot see if people are watching me or not, because straight palm, fold the thumb, and start doing it. So this has to be done.
Yes, ma'am, it's clearly visible.
It is visible. So a teacher or any other person should recognize the sign as it. The victim, if afraid, may not show the distress sign in the front. They will always try to a little away from the body, on your back, or on the side, like that they are having this, they are really suffering and they need help. So it is must for all of us to understand this signal and notice how the person is trying to attract your attention for help. Next slide, please. If you see the signal, check in with the person safely to find out what they need or what you can do. If you find a threat of danger, call the local police and the helpline mentioned later. I will be telling you about helpline numbers. Next slide, please. Whom to contact? These are very important numbers. Please, teachers and students, please take the screenshot. This is All India Women Helpline Industrial 1091, Women Domestic Abuse Helpline 181, and these various helpline numbers are there, which you should know so that you can contact to get the help. Next slide, please. These are helpline for specialized cases, gender-based violence, common crime, Commission for Gender Equality, and all that are there, child line, domestic violence helpline, and all this crime stop line. But you must remember the police line 100, the child helpline 1098, and domestic helpline 1091. Please note it down and please take the screenshot of these pages, these slides. I hope everyone has taken it. And if you are, you must know and you must remember and keep yourself in your mobile. Next slide, please. Now we come to the reporting process. See, if you want to help a person, Then you must also understand the report the incidents to local police or special police unit. Record statement for police within 24 hours. You can see, if you want, you can record the statement in a mobile or something like that, which you can show to the police. Go to the hospital. You can, the person who is abused, or if you help it, you can take that person to hospital or shelter home for medical examination by a female doctor. You must take at once to female doctor, not wait that you go home and get freshened and all that. In the same condition, you take the person to hospital to a female doctor who will examine and tell you the exact position. Record the statement for the magistrate. And I would like to tell you, there are special courts that complete the trial if the police case is registered within 1 year. And nowadays, fast track had also started. So I hope you all understand. So now we must understand girls are strong, boys are strong, but girls are also strong. And so let us keep them that way. Let us educate our students and teachers. If you find anyone subjected to violence, anyone, and they see other colleagues or friends in distress, let us protect and help them and to stay safe and be safe. Next slide, please. So, as you know, in this talk, you have heard, but for attending Dheera, being present is in this program is not only the requirement. You have to register, pre-register, pre-test, post-test, and you must fill the feedback form in the last. Thank you. Let us be courageous together, say no to violence against women. Let us be Dheera together. Let us tweet together, building a voice. Our target is more than 1 lakh tweets, and your courageous voice to the conversation. Now I will be moving to next subject.
Can I just come in for a minute, please?
Yes, sure.
I'm permitted to do that, Swati?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir.
How are you?
Fine.
Sir.
Yeah, it's so lovely to have all of you all. Just give me half a second or a minute, please. It's wonderful to see
sir.
all the students here and the teachers. I can see about 106 of you are here. I hope you enjoy and learn something out of this session, which has been put together for the last since May 2021, where we were working in the background to make sure this entire program comes to the fore. And it is only in about December when we started nationally rolling it out. And I'm happy to inform you that so far about 70 schools across the country.
Wow, that is great.
We already have a list of about 850 schools who are waiting to join in. And as we go along till, in the next couple of months, we should be attending to all of them. And we are targeting to begin with about 3,500 schools across India and building capacities and training, almost 15 to 20,000 teachers, 37,000 obstetricians and gynecologists who are the first point of contact whenever some kind of, violence against women particularly takes place. And with the involvement of the family as well, it's the gynecologist who attends to most of these, or a general physicians later on, for especially for men. Almost trying to reach about 500,000 to 600,000 students, both girls and boys, from 9 to 12 standard going forward. Just a bit of a request for all the teachers who are present here. A copy of the slides will be given to you by Swati or any of the team members here. You are free to use these going forward for conducting similar sessions in the years to come for the 7th, 8th, and 9th graders who are going to come in these classes in the year or two, and will be able to appreciate what is being spoken about in all of this. However, we leave it to you because it should be age appropriate, and 6th, 7th standard students should not get overburdened with all of this. Let them reach that appropriate age, and then perhaps it may make sense for them. However, personally, if you ask me, even 6th, 7th, 8th graders today are well exposed to, Instagram, Snapchat. They live, that's their daily meal. And, it's good to know that they are all into that kind of system and moving forward. So all the very best. And Shubhranshu, Rani, thank you very much for, your inputs in the chat box. And please do remember that when you end the session, a pop-up will come, which will tell you to continue or exit Zoom. Please click on continue so that you can submit your post-test and feedback. In case you do miss it for any reason, Swati here or Sriman, I have already sent them the link for the post-test and feedback. They will post that in the chat box, which you can take a screenshot, or you can click on it and it takes you directly to the form from the system itself. So submit that. All the very best, and take care. All the best with your exams also, if there are any one of them coming up now. Okay, bye-bye. Take care. Thank you so much, Swati. Thank you,
Thank you,
Asha.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank you.
thank you. Very
Thank you,
nice
sir.
of you to come.
Thank you, sir.
Research is going so
Thank
well.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So it's so nice that you joined today.
Thank
Oh,
you
it's
very
always a
much.
pleasure. Always a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to come in. Yeah. And
Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. So now, thank you, Ajay sir ji, and I'm really happy that so many things, our classes are going on, our children are learning, and hope it has really impact, and that it are the futures, our future children are really going to bring some good changes in our society.
yeah, sure, sure.
So I will be talking about the role of bystanders. So I will like to show the slides. So where is the team?
Yeah.
So now we have learned methods of management or strategy of the war, and now I come to the role of the active bystanders. But first, what are bystanders? Next slide, please. First, now let us understand, as Dr. Ajay sir has said, that registration, pre-test and post-test has to be done after all the session is over, the program is over. When you are before existing, you will get a pop-up that continue or leave. So you please do in continue, click on continue and fill your feedback form that you can get the certificates, and then you can conduct the take this program further on to the future children coming on. Next slide, please. Actually, who is bystander? The bystanders are individuals who observe an act of violence, discrimination, or other problematic behavior, but are not in direct perpetrator. So we know अपराधी, preparators means अपराधी, जो किसी तरह का छोटा या बड़ा कुछ भी अपराध करता है उसे हम अपराधी या परपरेटर कहते हैं. वो जो क्रिमिनलिटी है या ऑफेंडर है, अब्यूजर है या रॉन्ग डूअर्स है या कैरीज आउट हार्मफुल, illegal and immoral act are the actual perpetrators. We become a part of the violence if we do not try to do anything to stop it. So indirectly, you must understand, if you are seeing all the violence and if you don't do, we are the bystanders, but we are not doing anything, then we become a part of the violence. So that we must understand, we see more bystanders are 10,000, 100,000 more than the perpetrators, but still the violence goes on because they are bystanders are there, but hardly people move to help, to seek help, to help the person suffering to come out of the problem. So next slide, please. There are types of bystander, active and passive. The active who takes action and try to stop it, and the passive who do not act or intervene due to social influence, audience inhibition, or fear of retaliation. So I will like to ask the children, what you want to be, active or passive bystanders? Please write down in the chat box. Next, please. So there are 5 do's of the bystander, the weapons of active bystanders. Next slide, please. See, the first is distract. Suppose we see eavesdropping, we see stalking, we see unwelcome signs, we see unwanted places, and all. When we see whatever we feel it is not right, then what you want? We need to distract the person who is doing it. We have to distract that person's attention. It is a subtle and safe way to intervene. We can ask कि भैया टाइम क्या हो रहा है, या we can say कि इधर रास्ता दिखा दीजिए, या यहाँ कैसे जाएंगे, या वो जगह कैसा है. The aim is to interrupt and derail the incidents. That we want to derail the incidents. Pretend to be lost. We can say that हमें रास्ता नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, or ask the time, address or place, or pretend you know the person is harassed. या आप ऐसा भी था कि मुझे लग रहा है कि आप दूसरे को हरास कर रहे हैं, तो आप दिखा रहे हैं कि मैं समझ गया हूं कि आप उसको परेशान करने जा रहे हैं. Talk something irrelevant and take the attention of the harasser. आप जो कर रहा है उसको उससे कुछ उल्टा पुल्टा कुछ बात बदल दीजिए, और ताकि वो जो हरासर है उसका अटेंशन डाइवर्ट हो जाए. नेक्स्ट प्लीज. Delay. When you use the delay method, delaying can reduce if you interrupt, then the delaying can reduce the severity, and then you can ask the victim if she is okay and offer to accompany her to her destination or sit with her for a while. That will give her assurance that somebody is there to help me. It is really, then the girl, the woman, a child will get a confidence that no, somebody is there to stand for me. Next, please. Delegate. Delegation when you ask for assistance for a resource or for help from a third party. मान लो कि वहां कुछ हो रहा और कोई जा रहा है, तो भैया आप उसे असिस्टेंस पे देखिए इनको परेशान करे, या पुलिस वाले को फोन कर दीजिए, या किसी को शॉपकीपर है तो आप उसको बोल दीजिए, नियर शॉप आज द शॉपकीपर भैया जरा आइए तो मदद करने के लिए. और बस में है तो को पैसेंजर या बस कंडक्टर, यू कैन आस्क दैट हिम टू इंटरवेन. Or if you are in a school, contact the teacher for help. So delegation is important. Next, please. Next, please. Next.
Shriman, next slide.
Documentation. First, documentation is equally important. First, assess the situation. If anyone helping the person being harassed, if not, use one of the other D's. If someone else is already helping out, assess your own safety. See, you have to do, but you have to document, but take care of your own safety also. Only if you are safe, then only go ahead and start recording. You want to record, but आपको लगता है कि आप recording कर रहे हैं तो आपके ऊपर harm आ सकता है, तो अपनी सुरक्षा करते हुए आप recording करें. I think I am speaking Hindi English so that it goes to the children. Always ask the person who was harassed what they want to do with the recording. ठीक है, आपने recording कर लिया है, but आप पहले उस person से पूछिए कि मैंने आपका ये incidents को record किया है, तो इसे मैं क्या करूं? So that is also important. Next slide, please. Next slide, please.
Shriman, change the slide. Yeah.
There's one more slide.
Yeah, it's okay, Dr. Asha. It's okay.
Never post it online. See, you have made done a recording, everything, but using an image or footage of a person being victimized without the person consent may make the person feel even more depressed and can lead to a level of visibility than person may not want. So please understand and put it on. Must remember, without that, whatever recording you have done, whatever documentation you have done, please don't post on Facebook or media and WhatsApp or whatever. Don't try to do that, because you are making the person go to the worst situation. Publicizing another person's traumatic experience are no way to be an effective bystander. You want to be a good bystander, but if you are publicizing that incident, then you are defaming her and you are leading her to God knows what. So please see to that. You must have seen some crime serious going on, where people have taken photographs and then they have published, and ultimately the person got so offended and had to did something unwanted, which you should not have done. So please don't do that. Next slide, please. See, you have to directly respond to harassment by naming what is happening and confronting the harasser. So आप यदि देख रहे harassment हो रहा है, तो आप उस directly करने वाले से पूछिए कि भाई आप क्या कर रहे हैं. You should ask. This can be really risky. The harasser may redirect their abuse towards you. वो आपको बोल सकता है. So you must assess कि मुझे कहाँ से कितना में जाके बोलना है. It may escalate the situation. ये बोलेगा तुम रोकने से भी क्या होगा, मैं तो करूंगा. But you have to be very clear, confident, very firm, and you have to be cautious for both parties, for the who is being harassed and for yourself. Next, please. So the golden rule is, आजकल सब लोग मोबाइल रखते हैं, so dial 100 or dial 1098 for child helpline, or 1091 for when being harassed. Next, please. There are more ways to get involved. So we can get more involved by organize an action like writing stories, poster and नुक्कड़ नाटक. आप बहुत सा समस्या देख रहे हैं कहीं पे, lot of things are going on. आप देख रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे ऐसा हो रहा है जिसमें मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता. आप कुछ लोगों के you write a stories, you write a poster, or you write a नुक्कड़ नाटक. Say the message go to the society कि this is not right, this is happening. Appreciate someone practicing bystander invention. Yadi somebody is practicing bystander, that person is intervening, then please appreciate that person. ये नहीं यदि कोई मदद करने की कोशिश कर रहा है, तुम क्यों कर रहा है, तुम्हें मदद करने की क्या जरूरत है, ये सब बोलना बेकार है. If you know some organization, it is working for donate your time and idea. If कोई organization is working, then you can go and give your advice and you अपना time और अपने ideas को वहाँ आप दे सकते हैं. Next, please. The wrong things to say. Suppose a girl is being harassed or whatever happened. So you don't point fingers on the victim. Why did she go at night? Or night में क्यों गई? Why she park her scooter there? Why did she go alone? Why did she call her sister instead of 100? Please don't blame her. See, if the person is being harassed in any way, some violence is going on, that time that person is going through a trauma. What she will feel and what she will respond, you don't know. But pointing on finger is wrong, is very, very wrong. We should not do that. Next, please. So you have heard a role of the bystander, registration, pre-test and post-test feedbacks are very much required. Certification will be awarded to participants on course attendance and submission or registration, pre-test and post-test and feedback. I will like to say one thing in this, कि महात्मा गांधी ने कहा था, यदि कोई स्त्री गहने पहनकर आराम से हमारे देश में रात में घूम सकती है, तभी यह स्त्रियों के लिए फ्रीडम कहलाएगा। तो हमारा सपना यही है कि हमारी जो लड़कियां हैं, हमारी जो बच्चियां हैं, हमारी जो महिलाएं हैं, वो जब रात में गहने पकड़ के अकेले घूमे, कोई पार्टी जाना है, कहीं आना है, या मीटिंग करनी है, या औरतें हॉस्पिटल जाना है, कुछ भी करना है, तो आराम से आ जा सके, ना कि वो डर डर के आए जाएं। तब हमारा काम नहीं पूरा होगा। हमारे ये काम तब तक चलते रहना चाहिए जब तक कि ये स्थिति नहीं आ जाए। So next slide, please. Let us be courageous together. Say no to violence against women. Let us be Dheera together. Let us build a voice. Our target is more than 1 lakh tweets. So add your courageous voice to conversation. Let us be Dheera together always. Let us move forward with this mission. Next, please. Thank you very much. If any question answer session is open for, if any question answers are required, if any you want any guidance required, please teachers, students, put your questions and queries. We are ready to answer back you all.
Thank you, Dr. Asha, for lovely presentation. If there is no question, we move to next session. I invite Dr. Sweta for the next session. Dr. Sweta, please.
Yes. Thank you. Now I will continue with the session.
Yeah. Continue.
My screen is visible?
Yes, yes. Go to slideshow.
Yeah, I have put it in. Good evening, everyone. Now, I will discuss on the topic, bridging the gender divide. Now, again, I will like to remind that registration pre-test, all of you must have done by now. Post-test and feedback is necessary to fill. Only after that, you will get the certificate. Now I have written, there is some names, Shiva, Harsha, Kashish, Nayan. Now, when I recall Shiva, all of you must be thinking that I am talking about some girl, and sometimes it is name of boys also, like that Nayan. It can be both name of girls and boys. So by name, you should not differentiate whether it is girl and whether she is a girl or a boy. Now, there are some character which is written in this column, like active, considerate, aggressive, creative. Now it is prejudice that males are aggressive, males are ambitious, males are independent, girls are emotional, and the girl should not be leader. Okay, then a girl should be gentle. Then this type of discrimination is already set in our mind, which should not be there. Girls can be active, girls can be leader, girls can be aggressive also. It is not that the girls have only the positive properties, characters only. Sometimes girls may be aggressive. It is the natural reaction to some condition. Now, stereotypes are so ingrained in our culture that they become habitual response. The girls are expected to be seen, not heard. So it is that the girl should be in home and she should not speak loudly. Why is it so? If something wrong is going, she should speak. Now, media and films also reward the violent male behavior. Like nowadays, you must have seen most of the students must have seen the film Pushpa. It is very hit nowadays, and that is showing the violent male behavior. Do you think this is right? Parents are more likely to use physical punishment with the sons than that with daughters. Be uh, submissive to both girls and daughters. I don't think that daughters should accept all the violence. Boys should be violence. The violence of the boys are accepted in the society. No, it should not be like that. Parents are more likely to tolerate violent behavior of the boys than girls. When girls show aggressive opinion or leadership, they are known as bossy rather than responsible. Is gender bias a social evil? Yes, I think most of you, if you think it is not evil, then reply in the chat box. I think most of you will agree that yes, this is a social evil. In Indian society, women are oppressed officially. Unofficially, discrimination starts at young age when girls are expected to do household chores and behave submissively. Emphasized when women are expected to leave work to raise kids. Male babies are preferred over female babies. There is discrimination at the workplace also, and that causes pregnant women to be fired, and there is massive wage gap between men and the women. No woman is safe from sexual harassment such as eaves, teasing, catcalling. Women are called goddesses, but even the tiniest of her mistakes are not acceptable, and that makes her unworthy of being respected. It is not a level playing field. Some countries still don't give women voting rights. Women still don't have equal access to education. Child marriages, dowry are prevalent in our society. The women are not given opportunities like that of the man. One man's voice is worth more than voice of many women. Women have less access to financial resources, and this is not enough representation. There is not enough representation of women in the politics and in the other work field also. All the genders have to work together like allies. Allies means friend. It is not that the males are superior than females. Both of them can give good advices to create a gender neutral, gender responsive and equal societies. Our aim is to eliminate gender inequality and gender bias. Boys, it's not enough not to commit violence. um, Suppose if you are not committing violence, then it's not enough. What does it means you must be willing to take active steps to ensure that no other man commits such violence. It is not only that you take such steps, you should guide also other men, stop also other men from committing such violence. Now, 8 steps. What are that steps? Share the care. Women take 3 times more unpaid care and do domestic work than men. Women spend energy, emotional labor at home and with family instead of advancing career, looking after themselves. She don't spend time in looking after themselves. She gives all her time to the family and appreciate those work unconditionally. She helps you unconditionally. Respect the sacrifices being made for you. Offer to help whenever you can. Encourage women to take up their own interest also. Hold yourself accountable. Boys will be boys. No, boys will be held accountable. Respect men and women equally. Be aware of your own behavior. Make sure you are open to criticism. Change yourself when you see the need. Now, sometimes it is said that men don't cry. No, it is not like that. Men, women, everybody has um, can show their emotional uh, up and down stages. Change notions of traditional masculinity. Example, man up, don't cry, be strong. Treat everyone the same way, regardless of gender. Allow yourself the freedom to break norms and change stereotypes. Question those that do not allow you to challenge stereotypes. Do not excuse men just because they are men. They can do anything wrong because they are men. And always the society is judgmental regarding the females only. It should not be there. Men can also do right and wrong. Similarly, the women can also do right and wrong. Make the sensible males fashionable, the alpha males. Now, accept these things. Men do cry, men break down, men get anxiety, men have emotions, men have feel insecure too, men get abused, men have mental illnesses. It's not unmanly to struggle. Let's support men, let's encourage men. Don't be little or silence men. Men struggle too. Sensitive men will change the next generation. Now, the fourth step, respect other choices. When someone's make you uncomfortable, ask yourself why you are tolerating all these. Just try to keep yourself in the comfortable zone. Examine your biases. Am I doing anything wrong? Consider the circumstances that make your life different from yours. And do not judge, shame them for their choices. And if you are accepting the wrong thing, you are accepting the uncomfortable environment, that means you are also part of that. So try to make yourself comfortable. Do not accept the wrong thing of the society. Now, understand consent. It is said that in the movie, Hasi to Fasi. No, if she can laugh, she can cry. That is not the consent. Consent is either yes or no. Clear consent is the word yes and nothing else. And boys will be boys is never acceptable. Never victim or blame. Do not blame the victim because she is girl. She must have done something wrong. She has her own choice, but it is not that boys are always right, girls are always wrong. So consent is like fries, freely given, reversible, informed, enthusiastic, specific. Call out sexism and harassment. All women experience sexual harassment at least once in their lifetime. All women experience sexism once in a week. Call out such behavior in a safe, respectful manner. That how you can tell the person that how you should behave. And sexism, see it, name it, stop it. Do not accept it. Be an active bystander. Do not excuse friends, relatives, and co-workers because if they are doing something wrong, you should stand against. Challenge gender stereotyping. Question your own stereotyping and prejudices. Challenge any stereotypical notions of gender like women are not good at driving. Count the argument. Believe survivors. Every time a woman speaks up about her experiences, she is not believed and the toxic culture flourishes. Hear to the what the woman is saying. If she is suffering, kindly give attention to her voice. When you hear a survivor story, listen, believe, support. Be an ally. Be a
change the dialogue. Women should stay at home. Women should not work. Women should be seen, not heard.
It is not like that. Make a gender neutral society. We can do anything, we can do everything, always stand against the wrong things. Now again, this is reminder, fill the post-test feedback and then only you will get the certificate. Thank you. Courageous together, say no to violence against women. Dheera together, let's tweet together, building a voice. Add your courageous voice. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, Dr. Sweta.
Okay, now this was my
Move to next session. Move to next session.
Is there any question?
At the end, we will discuss. Move to next session.
Okay. Then again.
Just 1 minute. Sriman, can you take some pictures of this presentation?
Yes, madam. I'm taking the pictures.
Yeah. You take some screenshots.
Okay.
Shivan, can you next session? Can you open the screen for me? I'm not getting where it is.
Okay, madam.
Last one. It is peer pressure. Okay, thank you. Now moving on to the next session, it is decoding the peer pressure. Okay, next. Now our main highlights is identifying a toxic environment and good versus bad touch, the concept of consent and the power of no. Next. Now this is again the reminder that fill the post-test feedback after this completion of the session, then only you will get the certificate. Next. So what is peer pressure? It can be any influence that peers have on each other to conform to behaviors and personal habits of a group. Now, what does this mean? Did you get this? No. This means that suppose if you are in an environment where everybody is addicted to alcohol and taking cigarette, but you are not comfortable with it. But since all of your friends are doing, so you will feel bad that, oh, all of them are taking this and I'm not taking, so I will be exception, I will become exception. So even if you don't want, you are accepting this thing. So this is peer pressure. Most of the time, peer pressure is too subtle to identify. And too subtle means, like, suppose you are a vegetarian and your friends, all the members in the group are non-vegetarian. So even if you don't like, you are taking non-veg food because all of them are taking this. So we stand on your point that if you don't like, say, no, I don't like this. Don't get under the pressure of accepting the wrong things. Next. Now, there are 6 types of peer pressure. It is spoken, when one peer openly persuades other, and unspoken, when one peer is persuaded by exposure to behavior, and that is you are doing the thing which you don't like, but since your peer is doing, so under pressure you are accepting the wrong thing. It can be direct, when one peer has to make an on-spot decision, like handing over a cigarette. Suppose if you are non-smoker and your friend have given you cigarette, then just to make him happy or make her happy, you are accepting the cigarette, and so you should stand on your point. It can be indirect pressure also, when peer overhears nothing, another gossiping and changes behavior due to indirect pressure. Now, the pressure can be negative and positive also. When a peer is pressured into behavior that is against peer moral, and when a peer is influenced by behavior that is healthy and responsible, then that is positive peer pressure. Now, next. Now, what is the signs of toxic environment? When your friends make you feel bad about yourself, like you have accepted something which your moral don't allow you to do. So you feel bad about yourself, that why I did this. So this is a toxic environment which your friends created and you have accepted that. So I think you should stand against that. No, what you feel right, only that thing only you should accept. Your friendship is on their terms. You are never sure where you stand. Gossip is constant about friends. Effort is one-sided. So this is not a true friendship and you are living in a toxic environment, you feel the constant pressure of pleasing the other side. You are not standing on your own side and you don't feel comfortable, then what's happening? Effort is one-sided. They don't respect your boundaries. You feel pressure to do things you don't want to. There is competition to be popular. You are terrified one mistake could make them leave you. So now next, how to avoid uncomfortable situations. Avoid going out with strangers. Make sure your parents, siblings are aware of your whereabouts. Always inform at least one person that where are you going and where are you. If you are getting late, why are you getting late? So always be in contact with some person. Nowadays mobile is there, so it is very easy to keep in contact. And take always take phone with you. Respect other people boundaries also. Draw boundaries. Like this I can explain you by giving one example. Suppose when I was going to school, I used to drive scooty. Then one of my friends said that can you give me lift up to that certain place? I said no, I don't give lift to the boys. The boys are also there, don't mind. But suppose if the girl is not comfortable in giving lift to the girls, is not comfortable in giving lift to the boys, say, do not come under the pressure. Oh, he is my good friend, he is asking, so I should give him lift. No, it is not that. If you are not comfortable, say no. Be confident to say no to anything you are not comfortable with. Dial police number 100 if you feel a sense of danger. Always remember one or two phone number which you can contact in case you don't have mobile. At least one or two mobile number you should remember, that even you can take someone other's mobile and you can contact to it. Now, boys to avoid. Boys who are against feminism. Boys who are rude to their mothers. Boys who don't respect your physical boundaries. Boys who pressure you to send nudes. Boys who start fights. Boys who use slurs like the slurs language. Boys who comment on girls' appearance without asking for an opinion. Boys who make rape jokes. So you should judge that he is such type of boys, whether you should keep friends. Just you can judge whom you can keep contact with. Now, girls to avoid. Girls think it's unmanly if the man cries. No, the boys can cry. The emotion have ups and downs in both the gender. Now, girls who hit or slap their boyfriend. Girls who are totally materialistic. Girls who call other girls with bad names, and girls who don't respect your physical boundary. The girls who call you girl think आई लड़की है क्या कर लेगी. No, this should not be the language. The girls who don't think men can be victim of abuse or rape. Such thinking, actually it is written boys to avoid, girls to avoid. Such thinking should be avoided. Such acts should be avoided. Next. Now, boundaries. Just I said set boundaries. Now, what boundaries sound like? Boundaries sound like, I will end this phone call if you continue to shout at me. Now, I need time to think about it. I will come back to you. Don't get under the pressure that he has asked, immediately you have to answer. No, you take your time, take the decision. I can stay for half an hour. If you are not comfortable, we set the time limit and just move out. I don't respond to work emails at the weekend. Thank you for your offer. Unfortunately, I can't make it. I'm not comfortable with that. If you do it again, I will have to leave. These are the things said in politely manner, but you are refusing the offer made from the other side, which you are not comfortable with. So this is the way by which you can set the boundaries. I am not comfortable discussing that. Please do not discuss it with me. I respect your opinion, but this is my life and my decision. Learn to put yourself first. Set boundaries you are comfortable with. Next. Now, nowadays I have seen since my son is in primary class, so they have school teachers have also there are some books in which that subject is moral science, in which this is taught nowadays, and this is a very good initiative taken by the school. That is it is included in the syllabus. Good touch versus bad touch. Peer pressure can make it feel like all touch are acceptable, which is not true. Speak out whenever you feel uncomfortable. You have the power to say no. Now, if only one touch, that is touching hand, is a good touch. Otherwise, the portion marked yellow is the person may not like, the other person may not like that touch, and the red is absolutely no to touch. Next. Now, the concept of consent. Consent is permission for doing anything. Always ask for consent. Do not assume consent that, oh, she is my friend, so I don't need to take consent. No, you have to. Respect consent. Never coerce consent. No means no. Now, you must have, most of you must have seen the film Pink. In that it is said, no, no means no. It was a very hit dialogue at that time when that film was released. Now, what does the no means? Stop means no. Turning away means no. I don't want to means no. Showing you away means no. Leave me alone means no. Passed out means no. I am not ready means no. Pushing you away means no. I don't feel like it means no. Drunk or drugged means no. Get away from me means no. Screaming means no, don't means no, crying means no, and yes means only thing yes. That is the freely given consent. Next. Now stand up to peer pressure. Don't say maybe if you want to say no. No means no. And you under pressure you say, oh, I will say no, तो सामने वाले को खराब लगेगा. No, it is not like that. If you don't feel comfortable, say no. Don't say maybe. Leave the scene and say, see you later. Now you can make up excuse also. Like, I just remembered I have to do something. I have to talk to someone and I have to be at such place at this time. And like this, you can make excuses and you can move out from such uncomfortable environment. And you can use humors also. Like, if my parents found out, they would lock me in my room for like 30 years and I would be forced to eat bangan and broccoli. So you can easily, you are easily refusing the thing and just using your humor. Change the subject like, oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell you about this. Suggest a better idea. Let us go check out instead. Remember to always listen to your gut instinct. Do not accept the wrong things. Next. Dreaming of a better future for our future generations. Now, this above picture is showing us a toddler and he is holding a placard showing never too young to respect women. So this lesson should begin from the home only. If any toddler will see that her mother is getting beaten up at home, what he will learn? He will learn not to respect women. So the learning begins at home. Thus, it is never too young to respect women. Little girls with dreams become women with vision. Next. I want every girl to know that her voice can change the world. This is the statement made by Malala Yousafzai. I think all of the girls and boys too. It is not only the girl. Even if the boy who will stand against those boys who are doing wrong things in the school. So there is one group of students which we categorize as they are good students, they are bad students. On what basis they are made? If the good students will help those who are having bad behavior, bad character, then it can bring some change to the society. And mainly, I think it's the environment of home also which matters a lot. Next. Now again, this is a reminder, fill the post test, feedback, and then only you will get the certificate. Thank you. Is there any questions?
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
I will read this. Be courageous together. Say no to violence against women. Dheera together. Let's tweet together. Building a voice. Our target is 1 lakh plus tweets. So add your courageous voice to the conversation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sweta, for your presentation. I want teacher to ask some questions, Dr. Sweta. Any teacher, students?
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yes.
Myself, Anusha Sharma. This is a very, I can say, the realistic situation which Dr. Sweta Kumari has taught, just informed us that it's very granted. Even in our family, also we see that children are telling to their mother कि तुमको तो कुछ नहीं आता है. You don't know about anything about this one. No? I feel that somehow it must have they have taken it from their elders speaking, and they take it, they accept this one that mother while talking to mother or while talking to sisters or the siblings ones, generally these comments comes, you don't know anything about this one. So you don't know anything about this one means that they stop their ideas, they cannot speak on this particular matter or something like that. So here I would like yes, we should, as we are the educated one and we are aware of these things, so we should stop this one.
Yes, definitely we should take initiative. Actually, the changes starts at home also, and the earlier we begin, the better person that boys or girl will become. Suppose if the boy is saying that her mother is being harassed at home, she is not taking any decision of the home, then definitely he will grow up into such a boy that he will also not allow his wife to take the decision and to take the initiatives. So
as an elder person, first of all, it's our responsibility not to pass on such comments that the small children are taking this comment as easily to say to anybody.
Yes, very true, very true. It's the bottom which have to be changed. Okay.
Gender bias starts, you can see gender bias everywhere. It is not only everywhere where you go, and in any social place, temples, or like I have said that every woman has suffered some kind of sexism. In every week also you can, if you will start noticing, you will just get mad out of it that yes, since we are ignoring all these things.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Swati. And
see,
you really,
I think most of the females, 95% females they are growing up with this only, the gender bias, I can say.
Yes, Dr. Asagupta, yes.
Yeah, I think violence is very prevalent both against men and women. So our idea of this program is only to sensitize our young minds. They are our future. They are our pride. They have to make the society gender equal. This is the most main idea of this program. I think you all take this program forward for even a 1% change in our society, make our society more better, and we develop more.
One step at a time, but it is at least started and we can go forward. We are not seeing the present, we are aiming for the future. So that is required. Girls can do everything and boys can also do everything.
The earlier we start, the better future will become.
Sriman, can you take photos of all the students and teachers with us?
Can they turn on the video, madam, because we can't see the faces, right? Well, I can see only the names.
Okay.
Turn on the
Teachers,
video.
please on your video, students, some of the students and teachers. So that we can take photographs and we send to UNICEF. Few students, teachers, please on your video. Yeah, Sriman, can you take now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, take through 2-3 photographs.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Good to see so many boys and girls here.
110.
Yeah.
It is necessary to sensitize both the boys and the girls.
Yes, boys
Yes.
equally needed.
Yes.
They also
Yeah.
suffer.
Yes, Sriman, have you taken?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much,
Welcome,
Sriman.
Very
Welcome.
important message. At the end, when you are leaving the program, there comes, when you click on leave button, there comes a pop-up, whether you want to leave or continue. You press on continue button. After few seconds, post-test form and feedback form will come, and then you fill and submit this feedback form. Okay?
Okay, sure.
Madam,
Yeah.
do you have a link with you, ma'am?
So we are also doing, Swati. We are also filling the forms.
No, we have already done, madam.
We have already done. So we
You
are
have
not.
that link, madam. Should I post in the group chat box?
Yeah.
Let us check the
Fatima.
chat.
Yeah, you can post.
Okay, ma'am. Look.
Let us see the chat box. There are 145 chats. Cannot see.
The link is there.
Yes, Shriman is posting that link in chat box.
Posted the link, madam.
Yes, yes, it is now.
Yes, everyone can see that link in chat box.
This is for the students, madam.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Somebody has written that there should be, let me have a look. There should be a proper conversation on this topic as gender neutral so that we can understand both sides and come to a proper conclusion. So Aisha Majhari has said to everyone. So see, that is what we are aiming for. Actually, Aisha Majhari, that is what we are aiming for, because see, there are so many, every one of us coming from a different background, and some are embedded in the mind and mindset, and while growing up, how we have grown up and all that. So at once the conversation, actually everyone should come forward, but it takes time for the invitation to go. Actually, when you come to the debate part or the conclusion part, that there will be gender equality. So you people are going to take forward and forward this message.
Especially for the boys.
Yes, with the boys, and you should be a gentle and really a discussion. Well, there may be lot of difference of opinion, but still you can go ahead, because and you are going to understand that everyone personality is different, but there is always where you come, mutual understanding comes. Okay, so we are not promoting for a particular gender. We have, that is why we have called the boys in this program. But because the boys should be also sensitized, and we also understand that boys also going through a lot of problems. That is why we are called the girls and boys. But you see mostly violence and women anywhere. So though we have said about females, but it is for the boys also, because we know, we being a doctors, we understand that boys are also going through the problems, and some incidences happen with the boys also. Okay.
So,
I'm very happy to see that cyberbullying and is that you all understand, and I'm very happy to see that most of the people are active bystanders. I really wish you all best of luck, that you will be active bystander and try to stop the violence. Thank you.
And if you will all, if the student, these are not only for the student, for the teachers also, male teachers, female teachers, that if you will follow these things, I think you will be at more peaceful in your life and happy also.
yeah. No.
Boys can cry. Yeah, you said I cry. Hannah, doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, emotion
Boys
is
can
there in
cry.
all one.
If it's better to cry than to hide. So we understand that boys can cry and men also cry. So don't worry if you are a boy or somebody is a writer. I said it is okay to cry. It is okay to cry. Okay?
So I want to get feedback from teachers and students how they like this program. And I wish they all take this program to further level. Wish you all the best. And should we leave now? Should we end now?
Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I, Ritambara Jha, on behalf of Mount Literacy School Jamshedpur, would like to thank Team Dheera and especially Dr. Swati Singhal, Dr. Ajay, Dr. Asha Gupta, and Dr. Shweta Kumari for being a part of this campaign against women and for sensitizing and orienting our students on how to work together towards the eradication of violence against women and gender discrimination. Whether the effect of violence is physical or psychological, violence against women is one of the most shameful violations of human rights, and therefore we must learn to speak for ourselves and stand for our rights and justice and say no to violence.
Nice. Very
Yes,
nice.
yes. Don't
Yeah.
stay in silence. Just speak up. And our kids are very smart and very, they have too much information. They can go very high. And I say them all the best. Let's tweet together. Let's be courageous. Let's say no to violence against any gender. No to violence against women. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Sriman, can we end now?
Posters feedback, sir.
Shriman, you have got the mail. You have got the mail ID of school.
No, madam.
You have not yet received. Okay, I will forward it to your WhatsApp.
What?
Mail ID. Actually, he wants mail ID of school.
Okay.
If some teacher can put it in the chat box.
Yeah. I have Sweta.
Yes.
School name and school mail ID, madam.
Yes.
Just put in chat.
Can I ask some teacher if she can put the name with mail ID of school?
So there is a post-test and feedback link for the students. So it is in the chat box.
Yes.
So somebody has to put go to the teacher to pass on to the students.
Yeah, it is in the chat box.
It has come.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
The children go through the chat box and copy your feedback form.
Ma'am, please send it one more time.
Thank you for this wonderful session, ma'am.
Thank you all.
Thank
Wish
you
you all
now.
the best.
Take this this is just initiative. Take this forward.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Swati. Thank you, Sweta. Thank you, the school
Thank you,
teachers
Sriman, also.
and thank you for patiently hearing our talk. Thank you to
All the students were very
listening
patient.
very silently. I felt very.
Till the
I hope the message has
There
gone.
is one question from where we get certificate will be given to your email ID directly from the Foxy site.
You have to fill the feedback form and you will get it.
When you leave, you just
but
press on continue and then post-test and feedback form come. Okay.
Complete the procedure only, then only you will be able to get it. Okay.
Okay. So, Sweta, I'm leaving just now.
Yes, yes. Thank you all. Thank you.
Ma'am,
Thank you
and
all.
at the end, we must all request the men in society at large so that they become the change makers and they contribute and participate for the cause, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We are trying to sensitize the young minds who are easy to accept the changes, ready to accept the changes. And we are also, see, I can tell you, I've been doing in the schools, going personally, but now we have started this online. But yes, changes are coming. Changes are coming, and let us hope our future is more brighter.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Swati. Kavita here.
Yeah. Thank you, Kavita, for this wonderful session and wonderful cooperation from your student and your teacher. It's a nice.
And we are really thankful to you and your team for such a lovely workshop and organizing this for our school. And I think our students and our team will benefit a lot from this. Thank you, everyone. And thank you personally, Dr. Swati, for taking it ahead.
All the best.
Thank you, Dr. Asa.
Thank you very much. All the best to you people. Nice knowing you all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful session. Huh?
Now we can leave the meeting now. Swati, I'm leaving now.
Okay, thank
you. Thank you.
Shriman, you can end the meeting now.
Excuse me, will we get our certificate immediately after submitting the form or sometime later? Post.
It takes some time for you to get the certificates. మళ్ళీ లింక్ ఎవరో పిల్లడు ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేశాడు సార్. అది ఎవరో స్కూల్ పిల్లలు అది సార్ చెప్తే మళ్ళీ అది ప్రాసెస్ చెప్పారు ఎట్లా డిలీట్ చేయలేంటి అని చెప్పి. అదే లింక్ కంటిన్యూ అని రెస్పాన్సెస్ కూడా వస్తాయి మళ్ళీ.
Ritamra ma'am, have you left? For for certificate, what shall we do?
Sir. Good evening, sir. How are you, sir? Sir, how are the things, sir? How is the conference? Thank you, program.